That's crispy.
Yeah. Chedder, catch me at the toy shops. Catch me at the toy shops. Man, I got toys mint on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detour. Catch me at the toy shops. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, ACBA, we reppin'. Man, I got toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detour. Catch me at the toy shops. I'll take that. We're taking that right there.
That's crispy.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with another news and info video, another lunch break. Shout out to my homie Chedder, pictured here on the right with the Los Santos hat and the full-colored A.C.B.A tee, and the homie Tiny on the left. They were attending the San Jose toy show this past weekend, or maybe it was the weekend before that. Met up with Shardamus and Sentry and a couple other people, but I had to get them in this episode rocking the tees. And also, do not forget to check out the full uncensored version of Cheddar's song Toys, which you heard at the beginning of this video. The link to that will be in the description. It is on iTunes right now for 99 cents, just a friendly reminder. And that was the San Jose Super Toy Show, just to be clear. And once again, shout out to my man Chris Gupton. I had actually showed a picture of this dial a couple of episodes back. When I was talking about the dial structure group and trying to get people to come out and join. And this was a piece that he actually ended up selling to my man Pharaoh. And Pharaoh had posted his first picture in the group of this last week. And it was with that custom Batman that you see there. And wanted to, I guess that's one of the Shield WWE figures on the rooftops. And Batman looks like he's about to pound him out. So this is just amazing work all around. Amazing work from Chris, amazing work from Pharaoh, and this is just what ACBA is about. And here's another shot of Pharaoh utilizing Chris's dial right here. Got Agent Venom versus Carnage. And speaking of Agent Venom is popping up in abundance in California and Walgreens all across California. Still haven't made it out east yet over here, but we're going to patiently wait. Like I told you last week, don't go nuts. Just wait. It'll be around. There'll be plenty of Agent Venoms out there. Don't play yourself paying scalper prices. And shout out to my man Firestarter 1331, my man Sam, who is probably one of the most consistently great reviewers of imports on YouTube. I link him all the time on the fan page. He is a huge supporter of ACBA, and we support him as well. And I would definitely say, even if you're not into Kamen Riders and some of that other stuff, which I'm totally not, I still always enjoy his reviews. They're always on point, informative, clean, crispy. You can understand him. Everything is on point, very professional. And shout out to the homie Incurable Collectors Corner, aka Dallas James, who did this picture of the SDCC exclusive Doomsday figure. This was the first look of Doomsday. And Shardamus actually reviewed the figure, and this was the picture that was posted with the review on the fan page. And it got a lot of likes, a lot of shares, and a lot of attention. It's a great picture. But it seems that Mattel is going to be actually releasing the other version of Doomsday. And here's a look at them side by side. Many people anticipating the Doomsday on the right because it's more in scale, it's more the proper size. We did get a Doomsday some years ago, but he was rather small, so everybody's wanting this one. And I did actually see a picture of like a in-packaged version of him. I'm not sure how authentic it was, and I couldn't rip it for whatever reason, so I didn't bother trying to get it here. But we'll see what Mattel does. Looks like the Amazing Spider-Man 2, the Blu-ray, the DVDs are starting to hit stores. And you can have this really stupid looking electro bus that holds the CDs, that holds the DVDs in them if you'd like. Just a friendly reminder that we are 5 days from the first round post date for the ACBA World Championship Tournament for 2014. You should have your ideas together. You should have your display sketched out. You should have all of your cutouts and everything ready If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to hit me up. Hit up any of the admins in the group. We've been trying to give as much information as we possibly can. I've actually already received 2 videos, and it looks like they submitted them correctly. Just a reminder that you should be submitting your video with a still image of your video, the URL address to your video, and make sure that in the description of your video, all of the sponsor tags are there. They should be copied and pasted exactly how they appeared in your final notice email, and you should also have the special sponsor logo animation before your video. There were 2 that were Dropbox to everybody. You do not have to use both of them. You can use one or the other. One has the sound effects, one does not. We sent them both just in case you wanted to just put music over the one without the sound effects. But honestly, you could actually just dub music over the one with the sound effects. So it doesn't matter. You're not obligated to use both of them, but you must use one or the other. And there was a small little mix-up with the calendar dates that you received and the final notice, the dates on the final notice. They were different, but they don't affect the first round, and they shouldn't really throw you off course as far as your planning is concerned. The first round post date is still the 24th of August, like you see here on your August calendar that you received. It's just that on that final notice, the other dates were incorrect, but you're still on track for the 24th, and stick to the calendars that you received. Those are the proper dates. And here's a quick look at September. So that should be Sunday, September 21st for the second round. If you make it to the second round, that is the post date for September. If you make it to the third and final round, that post date will be Sunday, October 19th. So just make sure you stick to the calendars that you received. These images that were in your first mass message that everybody received. A lot of people warming up and putting out short videos before the tournament. This has been happening for the past couple of weeks, and just making sure they got all their ducks in a row. Jason Clendenning put out a video this past week that was good. It got a good response on the fan page, and this is a still from it. He's pretty much got all of the bases covered here. He's got at least one cutout. It's enclosed. It's got the posing on point. So these are things that you definitely need to think about when you're constructing your display. Again, first round is a freestyle round, so you're not obligated to do a battle display, but you do have to include the cutouts. You have to have at least 2 characters in the display. All of the things that are outlined on the rules, they have to apply to your video and to everybody's video no matter what. You got to make sure that you at least have a cutout. You do not want to have a 0 in any one category. Quick shot from Logan Stark, and this would be a good start. You know, he's got a decent setup here. It's enclosed. It's good posing, but no cutouts. If he were to submit this as a video and pan his camera around, then he would have a 0 in a category for cutouts, and that will ultimately destroy your score. If you get a 0 in any one category, you could pretty much forget about advancing to the next round. Also, once again, just talking about the inclusion of the sponsor links and the sponsor animation. Frankly, this is how we pay the bills here with the sponsors. So it's mandatory that you include that in your video, and if you don't, you're going to lose a point. And one single solitary point could ruin it for you and make it where you can't advance to the next round. You don't want to lose any points on technicalities. And here's something a little more complete from Eric Aguilar. You see he's got a couple of cutouts here. He has a ECO cutout on the gun, so that can actually double as an effect there. The muzzle flare is actually a cutout too. That's a way to actually score some higher points there. Posing is on point. It's contained. It's clean. You know, obviously we have to do some real camera work to really bring everything together if this were his display. But I'm just giving everybody some ideas, and if you kind of at the last moment and still trying to figure out what you're doing here, the time is of the essence right now. It's time to really buckle down and get it done. Shout out to John Connor, who put up an episode of Plastic and Paint, and this was like one of the featured displays, and a picture that was featured with his video link on the fan page, and this got a lot of likes and shares, and obviously just the nostalgia of this. If you are a 80s, 70s, or 80s baby, you can remember when gaming started and how 2-bit games look and 16-bit and all of that, and Donkey Kong was a classic game, and this was a nice pairing of the SH Figuarts Mario with the World of Nintendo Donkey Kong here. Star Wars Episode VII news has come out. what seems to be a bunch of spoilers came out this past week. I will link the page where you can read all of the information if you want to read it. I read it. Sounds like some interesting stuff. I'm actually really interested to see if the Star Wars Black series is going to pick up some of these characters and do some of these characters in figure form from the new movie. Everything that I've read so far sounds pretty interesting. They're going to really shake things up a bit. And if you're interested in checking that out, the link for that will be in the underbar. If you want to wait and you don't want to hear any information about the movie, then don't click the link. Shout out to the homie WylunCustoms, who was recently added to the rotation of people linked on the ACBA fan page. And he did a review of the speeder bikes, the Scouter and speeder bikes from Hasbro Black Series. And this picture is actually by my man Cody Craig. And the picture was linked with his review to the fan page. I got a lot of likes and shares and a lot of attention this past week. And WylunCustoms also put up a review of his own custom Thor figure, which got a lot of attention this past week as well. So the link to that will be in the description. Just another reminder that the Star Wars Black Series Wave 5 is still up for pre-order on Entertainment Earth's website. If you order through the link that will be in the description of this video, you can be included into a raffle for some other Star Wars Black Series figures. I want to remind the people that who have already ordered through this link, I have your information. I don't think I have everybody's information though. And basically we're doing this raffle every 6 months. So between March and August, which is the current month that we're in, we're going to be doing a raffle for all the people who ordered through the link in those months. And so far I have the name and information for maybe only like 6 or 7 people. Let's see. I got John P., who I had down for 3 orders. I have John Philip Wallace, aka Philip, who I got down for 1 order. I got Elvis Rivera, I got down for 1 order. I got Slings down for 3. I got Motu Guru down for 2. I got P, aka S13, I got you down for 1. Darren Johnston, I got you down for 1. Farrell, I got you down for 1. And Danny LeBlanc just placed an order today. I got you down for 1. If I do not have your information here, or I do not have the correct quantity of orders you place through the link, then hit me up in the PM so I can get this situated. The more orders you place, the more times you're included, the more times your name is included in the raffle, so you have a better chance of winning something else from the Star Wars Black Series for free. If you know nothing about this, basically what's happening right now is I have a little situation with Entertainment Earth. If you order through Entertainment Earth with any of the links that I provide, you're automatically going to get free shipping, but you're also entered into a raffle for some additional Star Wars Black Series figures for free. And you also get some ACBA stickers for free. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description below. You must order through my link in order to be included into these raffles. And while we're on the topic of raffles, shout out to the homie Jeremy Lee that you see right here, rocking his purple ACBA tee, getting that money, getting big in the gym. Pause. And basically what's happening for the people who ordered Lupus tees, who supported the Lupus drive, these people are actually included in a raffle too. Finally going to get that done and out of the way. I have everybody's name who ordered a Lupus tee. Even if you ordered one and you said, you know what, Book, don't worry about the tee, just give it to somebody else, but I just wanted to support the cause, then your name is included too. I have all of your name and information because you people ordered directly through the ACBA merchandise website. So your raffle will be coming up in the next couple of days as well. I didn't forget about you guys, so look for that as well. And if you ordered multiple tees through the Lupus raffle, then your name will be included multiple times in the pot as well. Shout out to the homie Morgan. I swiped this from him. Looks like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. enlists Adrian Pelicki, I guess that's how you pronounce her last name, as a Marvel favorite. Looks like she's going to play this chick who I don't really like. What the hell is her name? Mockingbird. She's going to play Mockingbird in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, which has stepped it up a lot since Captain America 2 came out. And they need to do this more. They need to be enlisting some people that are recognizable as some of the other characters on the show to get people interested in them in the show. And a lot of the stuff from the show seems like it's going to lead into Avengers 2. So Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie has been out for over a week. What'd you think about it? I haven't seen it. I've heard people say that it was okay. It was some really nice fight scenes, and characterizations of each turtle were pretty much spot on. But most people still didn't really care for the design of the turtles, and most people said that the plot was just stupid. Let me know what you think in the comments. There you go. Krang dripping wet out of the shower. You like that, huh? Black Cap. What do you think? What do you think about Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, becoming Captain America? And what do you think about this costume design? Personally, I don't really care for either. I'm not really a big fan of Black Captain America or this costume design. But let me know. The DC Collectibles Lex Luthor, Armored Lex Luthor here is up for, it's actually available right now for order. So the link for that will be in the underbar, and you can check that out. Generations RC figure is up for pre-order right now, Big Bad Toy Store. The link for that will be in the description. This was kind of surprising to me. Hot Toys is releasing an Optimus Prime figure. It's going for a lot of money. If you're interested in checking that out, though, the link to it is in the description. I do not believe it's going to be, you're going to be able to transform it, though. I think that would be a bit much for Hot Toys. I think it's just this version, which is based on like a Optimus Starscream, but check it out. Looks like Hot Toys is also going to release an Arkham City Batman figure, which looks really good. I mean, Hot Toys, we already know the quality of work that they're producing, and this looks amazing. Shout out to the homie Tommy Salts with a really dope Mini-Mates picture that he put up in the past couple of days. And just a reminder that, you know, anything is possible for the tournament. You don't have to stick to Marvel or DC. You don't have to stick to any one particular figure line. You can do Mini-Mates, you can do imports, you can do domestic stuff. It does not really matter as long as you're thinking outside the box, and as long as everything is clean, cropped, contained, crispy. That's what you need to think about. And shout out to the boy Advocate Pinoy, who's been putting out like a series over the past week, featuring different Avengers and some Age of Ultron shots, and he's getting warmed up for the tournament, and these have gotten a really good response on the fan page, a lot of likes and shares. And this was the final one I think he did with Hulk, but he featured pretty much all the Avengers. They released a picture of Paul Rudd as Antman in the upcoming Antman movie. I have a link to some information on it. You should definitely read it. It's not really any spoilers or anything like that, but it is giving you a little information about the characters. I wasn't really excited about this one, but because of the people that they have signed on for this, I think this might actually be a sleeper hit. So again, Paul Rudd is playing Ant-Man. He's going to be playing Scott Lang's, the Scott Lang version of Ant-Man, and Michael Douglas is going to be playing Hank Pym. So I guess it'll be like a situation where Hank is retired and he's kind of passing on the mantle to Scott Lang, and Scott Lang's daughter will be in it, who we know from the comics as Stature. I believe that's what they're doing here. So we should see a lot of interesting things in this movie. We'll see how they tie it into the bigger picture with Avengers and with the other characters in the universe and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I believe they had the dude who played Howard Stark signed on for this movie as well. So I guess we'll see some flashbacks or something like that. Sounds pretty interesting, but the link for the information will be in the description. Shout out to my homie Ja, who posted this picture, showed me this picture. This is from Target. It looks like the Marvel Collectors 3-pack, which includes that Captain America, Miss Marvel, and Radioactive Man that Hasbro showed at Comic-Con is going to start arriving at Target soon. The DPCI number is right there. I hope you can read it. And here's a quick shot of how the 3-pack looks in packaging. Again, I really wish they would give us the Dark Miss Marvel or Moonstone Miss Marvel, but I'll take this one too. We needed an update on the old Toy Biz version. Shout out to the homie Arvin Trinidad, who is an admin who will also be competing in this year's competition. And I'm getting a lot of questions, a lot of the same question. A lot of people are asking about the 2-minute and 30-second time. 2 minutes and 30 seconds should be more than enough time for you to shoot your video. Now, if you're asking if the sponsor animation is included in that 2:30, It doesn't have to be. I mean, I understand that the animation is something extra. As long as your video is not crazily over 2 minutes and 30 seconds, then you'll be fine. More so, the 2 minute and 30 mark is more so for the judges, because we got a lot of videos to go through. We're not trying to go through 100 5-minute videos, like, you know. So it's really just about being cognizant of the time and the judges being fresh to look at your videos, and that's really what the time length is about. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds is what you really want to shoot for, but if it's a little bit over, it's not a huge deal. Most importantly, what you want to do is try to do something that you think no one else is doing. It's got to be some aspect of your display that's going to stand out amongst everybody else's display. You really want to think outside the box. Been getting a lot of questions about shooting the video and actually how to do that. Basically, what you're doing right now is you're putting together a production. We, the viewer, are only going to see what you want us to see. So you're going to shoot that in whatever way you possibly can to make it entertaining and to make it where we don't actually see every aspect of the display at one time. You want to kind of lead up to the big reveal or lead up to the funniest moment or whatever it is that is the most important part of your display. You don't want to show that right off the bat. Also, you cannot change your display in any way. You cannot simulate any movement in your display in any way. Remember last year that Advocate did something like that, and he was penalized. He lost points, or the video was disqualified. I actually don't really remember, but you cannot simulate any movement unless it's in still motion format, where you're just using the figures to simulate the movement. Your display has to be the same. We can just see it differently from different angles, but it has to be the same throughout. You cannot change the display in any way. All you can do is change the angles and shoot from different angles. Shout out to the homie Ra, who's going to be in this year's tournament as well. And another thing that I want you guys to focus on is lighting. Your lighting for your video is going to be different from your lighting from your pictures. And you want to make sure that everything is visible in your video. So you want to shoot some test runs. You want to shoot the video, you want to upload it to YouTube, and you want to watch it yourself on private and make sure that everything is good and make sure everything is visible and there are no blind spots or anything wrong as far as the visibility for the display. Also, if you do not have a specific software for editing your videos or one that you're really comfortable with, YouTube has a built-in editor that is very good. I have been using it myself a lot lately. I use it for all of these news and information videos. You can do fades, you can fix the audio. You do not lose any video quality when you use the editor. It is good money. So you can actually upload all of your clips for your video, upload it to YouTube on private, and then you can work on the full video on YouTube using their editor, piece everything together, publish it on private, and then add your description links with the sponsors and add the logo animation before the video, and that'll be a full video. You'll have it together that way. It'll be on private, and then on the 24th you can just make it public and you're good to go. I would definitely recommend utilizing the YouTube editor if you don't have any other option. Shout out to the homie Flipnosis, who has episode 3 of his weekly ACBA vlog Flipside going up today. I actually swiped this picture just now. I didn't even post it to the fan page yet, but by the time this video goes live, it'll probably be up there, and he's going to be competing in this year's tournament. And this is a decent start right here for a full-on ACBA display. He's got the posing on point, it's contained, he's got a cutout. You know, if this was his video, then he would just need to pan around and show everything else that's happening, but it's a solid start right here. So once again, pre-orders for this See Me at the Con shirt are going to go up very shortly, probably by the end of the week. Pre-orders for this t-shirt and for actually the Bump t-shirt and the True Run t-shirt. Not sure if you saw images for those before, but you can look. I'm not going to post them right here in this video because I couldn't get the image correct right now. But you can look for them to show up on the fan page, and then links to the merchandise site will be there as well. These are going to be limited edition t-shirts. There's only a certain amount for each size that are going to be made, so you got to jump on this ASAP. if you're interested in any of these shirts that are about to go up for pre-order. So that's pretty much it. About to get out of here. Just want to make sure I covered all of the bases for the tournament. Again, if your video is ready, if you have included the sponsor animation at the beginning of your video, if you have all of the sponsor links in the description of your video, if you have a really good still image for your video, then you can submit it. You can make sure your video is still on private and you can upload it to YouTube. You can submit the video URL and your still photo to the ACBA email, and then you're good to go. And then on the 24th, all you have to do is take your video off private, and it's a done deal. I already have 3 or 4 videos in just like that. They're all on private. I haven't watched any of them. I've seen the still photos from the videos that are already in. But again, just make sure you cover all the bases. Make sure you read the rules thoroughly, and make sure you have everything covered. Make sure things that you don't want us to see are not seen in your display. Make sure you have your cutouts. Make sure you have your characters. Make sure it's clean, original. Make sure your cutout work is as immaculate as possible. And that's another thing. A lot of people ask about cutouts and how to do them. My advice to you is to just follow Michael Wisman's tutorial. Michael Wisman is going to be in the tournament. He is Michael Wisman, so he has a tutorial for cutouts, which means that his cutouts are going to be immaculate. So you want yours to be as good as his, if not better. So you might want to just go ahead and follow his tutorial. I'll link that in the underbar as well. But again, come put your best foot forward. Don't half-ass on the first round. We have 130 some odd people cleared to compete in this round, with more than half of those people being eliminated in the first round. So you don't want to come with a weak set. You don't want to come with a weak display. You want to do the best you possibly can. Again, any questions or concern, hit me up, hit any of the admins up, make it known. All right, y'all. Till next week. Peace.
That's crispy.